Adam, as I mentioned earlier, we have yet another Georgetown born and raised musician in the studio with us to celebrate this amazing city's contribution to the Josie Music Awards nominee landscape this year. We are all going to look so good down there, aren't we not? So we just should get those signs like they do at the delegations, or just hold up our city. But I'm just so proud of this next one. She's also been on Overtones Live as a live performance, right?
Yes, I am.
And we are so proud of her. Let's welcome country artist Savannah Dean Reeves to Off the Cuff with Adam Banks.
Yay!
Thank you.
So, along with a great showing on the nominee list for the Lexus and the Appies this year, you are also a multiple award nominee this year for the Josie Music Awards. Savannah, can you tell us what categories you have been nominated in?
Yes, I have been nominated in the Songwriter Achievement Award and Rising Star Female of the Year.
Two great,
Yes.
huge awards. So, you have been at this for a long time.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, for a 21-year-old, tell us about yourself and how your musical career has evolved over the years.
Well, I'd say it started out with just me in the back seat, and my mom would play all the songs, and, I feel like that's kind of why I have a broad category of genres that I like to listen to and play live these days is because of my mom.
Mm-hmm.
So I think the exposure of just her playing it in the car, me singing at the top of my lungs, I'm like, dang, maybe I can sing a little bit. But they got me a pink guitar, and I couldn't play it or anything, but I'd make videos and walk down the steps singing when I was little, and it kind of took off from there. I just loved being in front of the camera and loved hearing music, playing music, no matter where it was, so...
Oh, that's fantastic. So you are the daughter of someone who is and has been serving our country for a long time. Tell us about your dad and what he has meant to you and your music career and even across the world.
Well, he actually just got to come home this past Thursday, and he's been gone for 6 months, so it's been a while this last time. But
And is he in the parking lot, I understand?
He is. He's in the parking lot listening right now.
Oh, that's amazing. Come in, Dad. Come in.
But yeah, I would say he asked me to write a song. One of the songs I have out is Stars and Stripes, and I wrote that for my dad. Well, he asked me to write a song about America and about the troops and everything, and it took me forever to put into words, like, how can I make this a perfect song for my dad? Mm-hmm. It was like a hard task for me, so it took me a while, but it finally clicked one day, and I was like, you know what, I think I have something. So he was actually home, and I run down the steps. I was like, Dad, listen to this. And so it kind of just took off from there, but he's been a big inspiration, too. I've always said that I can't look him in the eye when I'm performing because he'll make me cry, or I'll laugh or something because, I don't know, just that dad stare,
Yes. Now, right, I do know what you mean there. And so does John, too, now, or his son at least. But you write a lot of your own music. Are most of your songs just personal? Do they come from personal experiences? Like, how do you pull those ideas to write your music?
Yeah, I would say it's a little bit here and there. Most of them are from personal experiences, but I will say I have written one song about that one of my friends just said one thing, and it kind of just went from there. But my mom, she's also a big inspiration when it comes to my writing, hence the song we might get to hear later called My Momma Told Me. Mm-hmm. So I think it does come a lot from experience, but also a lot from just what I'm feeling at the moment.
And Adam, before we hear that song, one of the interesting things I've discovered before the show went on is, we've had this comfort zone theme kind of going on throughout these special edition series, and we've also discovered that several of our artists have been in the reality show market, and we also have Savannah here who has a reality show story too.
That's unbelievable. So. Talk about that.
Well, I auditioned for The Voice when I was 17, and I actually can't take the credit for submitting the video because it was all my mom.
It's always someone else.
So she actually they were doing the Insta blinds back then, and it's been like about 5 years ago, and she posted the video on my music account, and they picked it to go up against battle with someone else on Instagram, and I ended up winning that competition and getting to go to California and audition in front of everyone that was trying out that day, and then we proceeded a couple rounds after that, but yeah, it was a great experience, and I'd love to do it again since I'm older, and I think my voice has matured a lot since I've last done it, but...
I mean, it seems like, you're so poised, even on the air. You're so put together. Do you get nervous at all when performing? I mean, other than when your dad's looking at you.
I think sometimes I do. Sometimes it's kind of just become a part of who I am, and it's kind of like how I know this is what I'm meant to do, because it's just like a sense of calmness over me. Like, I feel like I'm just out of my own body when I'm performing, and it makes me feel great.
Right, so you feel better on stage performing.
I do, actually.
Yeah.
She's one of the
I
most confident, and I believe someone that has one of the best stage presence that I've ever seen. She really engages. She locks eyes with the audience. Some artists don't do that. I think it's really special that she just absolutely locks eyes with almost everybody there, and that you do that very intentionally. And it really makes a big difference.
Back in the day, Renee, I know you remember music videos on CMT and GAC and all that, but nowadays I feel like that where people don't watch TV anymore, they're streaming. I don't know if they're just not making music videos like they used to, but I guess they are. They're just watching them in a different way, just on the phones and streaming. So do you think it's important to create videos along with your songs to give the people a visual?
I think that when you create videos, it gives the people a sense of what you meant from the song, and they have a better takeaway and look into why you wrote it and why you love it, and I feel like that might give them more of a personal connection with you as an artist.
How controlling are you when it comes to your songs, creating your videos? I mean, are you a little bit of a control freak because you want it so perfect it's yours?
I'd say the first couple I put out, I beat myself up over it a lot. I was like, it has to be perfect, like, oh my goodness. But I've learned to take a step back a little bit, especially on the song I just recorded last week, guys. Yeah. Hopefully, I'm excited for everyone to hear that one. But I kind of took a step back, and it's turned into one of my favorites.
Yeah.
I still put a say in and everything, and it's exactly what I wanted, but I've learned not to critique myself so hard because I feel like I'm the worst critic when it comes to my music.
All right. Well, Savannah's album was a Lexi Music Award Album of the Year nominee and we are going to hear a track from that album. What is the name of this song, and what can you tell us about the song?
So this is the one I was mentioning earlier. This one is called My Momma Told Me, inspired by my mama, of course, because, moms are usually right, and, in this instance she was. So I was like, why not write a song about it?
Well, your parents must be very proud of you. Just to write music for your mom and dad. I mean, you're making me feel like a terrible son at this point.
Oh, my goodness.
She's up the level for us all.
But, ladies and gentlemen, without any further ado, let's just go ahead and play My Momma Told Me by Savannah Dean Reeves. We'll be back after the song.
Don't let this be love. My daddy told me that he'd whip right out the gun. Don't let this be love. Don't let this be love.
My Momma Told Me by Savannah Dean Reeves. That was amazing. Powerful voice you got there.
Yes.
Thank you.
Good set of lungs on you there. Well, I want to thank all of our guests that came out today for the show. We've got a packed house in here, so
Yes.
it's been really
fun.
it's been cool. It's just been awesome being surrounded by so much talent. I mean, all the audience has heard the talent from these guys, and it just makes sense that you guys have all of these nominations.
Appreciate that.
Because the talent really is real, and it's really been fun. Renee, thank you so much for co-hosting today with me. I love our collab episodes, and I understand that we probably are going to have a fourth collab.
Yeah, we'll have a 4th, 5th, and 6th, I believe, because we're going to cycle through the 45 Kentucky nominees. So we've been trying to do about 5 every single show leading up to October 22nd, which is the date of the Josie Music Awards, and we're trying to kidnap Adam to take down with us. What do you all
Yeah,
think?
Adam, you gotta go, man.
Somebody's got to cover this, right?
That's right.
Oh, yeah.
So the Josie Music Awards are at the Grand Ole Opry House, are open to the public, and you can also show your Kentucky proud spirit by taking a trip on I-65 on Sunday night, October 22nd, 2023, and tickets are on sale now at josiemusicawards.com.
And folks, we are going to close the show with Shady Grove, a live performance from the Goodwin Brothers. And then, if time permits, what's the song we're going to be hearing, Renee?
We will be hearing Everyday Thing, which is their newest single. And what has that been up on the charts? They've been on the Grassacana charts.
Yeah, it's done well for us. I think it's about week 10 now. It's been the top 10, so we're blessed with
Yeah,
that.
and before we go to that, just to let you all know, what you'll hear with Shady Grove is also the performance that's been nominated for the Hollywood Independent Music Awards. But it also features Jonathan Goodwin's outstanding guitar work, and you'll hear some TV show themes in this one, which, by the way, happened spontaneously that night.
Yeah, every night's different. Yeah.
Every night's different. So we're so glad that you all been with us this afternoon, and we're going to close with Shady Grove and followed by Everyday Themes.
Right, folks. And if you want to tune in to Renee's show, Overtones Live, you can do that on Tuesdays right here on 93.9 FM at 7 o'clock.
That's correct.
And you have been listening to Off the Cuff with Adam Banks. Thank you to all of the guests and to Renee for co-hosting today. You can follow the show at Off the Cuff with Adam Banks, and we will be back next Thursday from 4 to 5. We'll see you next week.
We got married in a country chapel, drove away in a beat-up car. Bought a little house in our hometown and settled down where we are. Our love is an everyday thing, taking each day as it comes, making it grow like a sweet red rose through the rain and the sun. It's so simple how we stay together, solid as a diamond ring. Our love is an everyday thing. It's a